You are supposed to be saving the world. Ciri is missing, the fate of everything hangs in the balance. And you are at a tavern table, staring down someone over a card game. Again, for the fourth time. Not because you have to, just because something in your brain won't let you walk away. That game is Gwent. And if you know, you know. It got so popular that CDPR built two standalone games around it, and confirmed it's coming back in Witcher 4. But here's what nobody really talks about. Why does a card minigame inside another game have this kind of hold on people? Why do some players completely abandon one of the greatest stories in gaming history just to collect cards? The answer isn't that Gwent is fun. Lots of things are fun. The answer is that Gwent was built deliberately, precisely, to be almost impossible to put down. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how. Before we get into the psychology, it's worth understanding what Gwent actually is. It started as a throwaway line in Sapkowski's novel, a rough dwarven game called Gwent. CDPR adapted it as a background texture, something for Geralt to do between contracts, a bit of world building that would make the taverns feel lived in. The demand got so loud that CDPR eventually built Gwent into its own standalone game. A footnote in a fantasy novel is now a franchisee pillar. So why does Gwent feel so good? The short answer, your brain is being hijacked. The longer answer involves a neuroscientist named Wolfram Squalls and something he discovered called reward prediction errors. Here's the counterintuitive thing. Your brain's dopamine system doesn't actually fire when you get a reward. It fires when you get something better than you expected. When outcomes become fully predictable, the dopamine signal disappears. Your brain stops caring. This is why a guaranteed win feels hollow and a hard-fought comeback feels incredible. Gwent is engineered around this. Every match puts you in genuine uncertainty. You don't know your opponent's hand, you don't know when to bluff, you don't know if this round is worth fighting or throwing away. And when you slam down a spy card at exactly the right moment, or land a scorch to wipe your opponent's row right before the final round, that's a dopamine hit, a real one. And your brain immediately, automatically wants it again. Then, just as a particular opponent starts to feel routine, the game escalates. New factions, tougher tournament players, characters with unique mechanics you haven't seen before. The uncertainty never collapses into predictability. The dopamine pipeline stays open. That's not accident, that's design. You tell yourself one quick Gwent match before the next quest, and 40 minutes later, you're still looking for that card. The main story, Ciri, the Wild Hunt, all of it is waiting. This isn't laziness. It's not even lack of willpower. It's a documented cognitive bias called delay discounting. When a reward is far away, your brain systematically undervalues it. When a reward is right now, your brain goes all in. A Gwent match takes maybe 5 minutes and delivers a clear result immediately. You won, you got the card, you felt the rush. The main quest needs an hour of setup, 3 loading screens, and a lot of writing before it delivers that same emotional payoff. Your brain isn't broken, it's just doing the math. And every single time it picks the faster win, Gwent was designed to be that faster win. In the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner ran an experiment that changed how we understand addiction. He put pigeons in a box with a lever. If pressing the lever always gave food, the pigeons pressed it occasionally. If it never gave food, they stopped. But if it sometimes gave food randomly, unpredictably, the pigeons pressed that lever obsessively. They couldn't stop. He called it a variable ratio schedule. And it turns out humans are just as susceptible as pigeons. It's the exact same mechanism behind slot machines. You don't know when the jackpot is coming, so you keep pulling. Gwent runs this on 2 levels simultaneously. At the macro level, you are traveling across the entire map, Novigrad, Skellige, wherever, challenging merchants and innkeepers, never quite knowing which one is finally going to give you that rare card you have been missing for 6 hours. At the micro level, every single match has randomized draws and unpredictable opponents, so even the individual games feel fresh. And the card you eventually win almost stops mattering. It's the chase itself that has you. The anticipation is the addiction. Now, if this video has you wanting to actually play Gwent properly, I get it. I've put together a complete guide in the description and pinned comment. It covers every card location in the game and deck strategies for each faction. With Witcher 4 on the horizon and Gwent confirmed to make a comeback, there's genuinely no better time to dive in. So, here's what actually happening. Your dopamine system was chasing uncertainty, never quite getting satisfied. Delay discounting was making a 5-minute card game feel more urgent than an epic main quest. Variable rewards were keeping you on the hook the same way a slot machine does. If you enjoyed this one, a like or sub would genuinely help. And drop your Gwent stories in the comments. Your best deck, your worst loss, the card you hunted for way too long, I'll be reading them.